Welcome to Free Thinkers, y'all. Listen, it's been what, 2 weeks?
It's like months.
It's been too damn long.
Feels like months.
Speaking of too damn long, we be cursing on this show, y'all. So if you got kids and they're a little too young to hear the words, bear with us. Maybe today is the day that they learn, because they're going to learn a lot of things on this show. This is not necessarily a kid show. This is a grown folk show.
No, this is not for children.
This is a grown folk show. It's been 2 weeks since we've had a live show. We've been doing some replays, which, by the way, don't sleep on the replays, y'all. We got some good old episodes for y'all to check out. If you're ever bored in the middle of the week and you're like, I need something to do, I need some kind of conversation. Have you ever, like, I am tired of all the conversation that's going on the internet, but I want an interesting conversation to be a part of because I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I need something fresh and I need something new because, oh my God, can we talk about something else? Come to Free Thinkers.
Please talk about something else. Yes.
You know what's interesting? Like, I will actually, when I'm listening to other people's podcasts, I will pause in the middle of parts where I disagree, and I will argue with myself in the car. I practice my retorts. I do.
You would.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
That's funny too.
But that's
I do that too.
So let me say this too. I'm always trying to get better as a moderator.
It sharpens your skills.
And
Absolutely.
just an orator as well. And one of the things, in addition to me working on expanding my vocabulary, I'm also working on condensing my thoughts. I speak long, I speak in circles, I go. So it's like, how do I condense thoughts and words to just put it in a quick statement and still get the same meaning out of it? So
that's true. I'm not gonna lie, I listened to some old episodes. Like, I'll listen to episodes after you do it. I'm like, I could have not made that a 10-minute story. I could have shortened it a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
There's like a time and a place for story time, and then there's not. So
I'll go on a long 5-minute thought, and then somebody else will condense what I said in 3 phrases. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Isn't that can't be an uncommon feeling though, right? For somebody else to have maybe said it the way I wish I would have, or I could have said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't it the nature sometimes of dialogue? Is you're like, damn, I wish I would have said it that way. That's what I thought. It just didn't come out that way.
But that's how you know someone's listening too.
That's
when
true.
They can condense what you said.
That's true.
When it's like, oh, this is that, and you're like, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I'm always working on efficiency. So, you know, I want to make, but I do want to make sure that my thoughts are fully explained and articulated. And then once you do that, how can I articulate the same thought more efficiently without stretching and repeating a lot of the same things that you're saying over. So yeah, I work on it.
Awesome. Keith, you're on mute because you loud over there, but tune in. My brother's here, y'all. My brother's never been. His wife has been to Free Thinkers, and he has not met the Free Thinkers before. But y'all have met my bro, huh?
In person, right?
Yes, y'all have met my bro.
We met down there on 6th Street.
Yeah, y'all met him twice.
Yeah,
I met him
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then they was up at third base too, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Y'all let him in. So yeah, he gonna be. Pay attention, Keith. It's gonna be good. Look, y'all. If y'all are at home, today is going to be such a fun show. I don't know if we've done something like this before. Maybe something a little similar, but I think this is the first time that we've done this. I think we've talked about it before, but this is the first time I think that we've actually done it. So what we're doing today, y'all, is we are going through scenarios that we found on the internet or whatever the case may be, and we are going to ask each other, what would you do in these scenarios? So I'm excited about this because the internet is full of drama.
It still ain't gonna be no long show, so y'all better get in.
Right, it ain't gonna be no long show. Folks got to get up. Y'all know I started working again. I be tired.
And we're about to get like horrible weather, so who knows if Q and I are cut off at some point. So the sky is charcoal gray.
Hail coming, yeah.
So we've been in a fucking bubble for like the last 72 hours. It's like 142 degrees. Like it's so hot, but the sky is
humid. It feels like Houston here.
That's what I thought today. I was like, I feel like I'm in New Orleans. This is so uncomfortable. So sticky.
Yeah. So y'all need this rain to kind of cool you off a little bit.
We do, but they keep giving us these horrible hailstorms that nobody can, protect their vehicles from. So it's like, shit, we don't get regular weather anymore. We get extreme weather.
Oh, wow, that's strange.
So I keep my garage clean so I can get my vehicles in there.
Yes. I never really even wanted to have, a car in a garage because we've never used a garage for a car in my whole entire life. It was for storage. But it's really, really nice to have a damn garage for your vehicle down here right now. Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, so we could be kicked off. So yeah, we're not having an 11 o'clock show tonight. We're not gonna do it.
Right. No. Right. Let's shut it down early, y'all.
I need y'all to give me some grace because I know how I am when it comes to these things. I do a lot of starting and stopping and cutting people off when there's certain stuff that I hear. I don't really wait till the end of the story if I get your thought. I have thoughts in the middle of the statements.
So, where your notepad?
Because you have to break every piece down.
I do.
Get your notepad so you can take notes. Look, I got mine. Let me pick it up.
I'll try a little bit.
All right, now without further ado. Do you want to get into it?
Let's go.
Do you want to summarize the story?
No, let's read it.
You want to read it word for word?
Word for word.
Okay, you gonna put it up on the screen, or you just read it for our visual people?
I didn't save it in there. We probably have to read it because I can start doing it, but I ain't do it yet. Oh, who read? Okay, y'all want me to read? I guess.
Yeah, you can read it.
Scenario we're going with first. Y'all got better mics than I do, definitely.
Okay, let me find it now. Which one is the first?
Yeah, because that one looks good.
A few others too. Hold on. We're gonna do.
If you send them to me in Messenger, I can put them up in the Facebook group.
Okay. Well, they gonna read for now. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Ooh, this is a long read. Okay, here we go. My wife died in a car accident last week. Man, you got other stuff to be worried about than writing.
Read it. You do.
I told y'all how bad I am. I'm like, really? But do you agree with me, Denise? Like, why are you writing?
Yes. Like, first and foremost, what?
Agree.
Nikki like, we ain't never gonna get to this.
Never. The whole show will be this scenario, which is fine. It's great. There's so many fucking twists and turns.
Right. The whole show will probably be this scenario.
That's a little last week. Like, you need to figure your thoughts out. Get off. All right.
Bigger, yeah. And it's in a relationship group at that. So it's like, oh Lord, here we go.
All right, hold on. Let me. Oh, Becca, you keep coming in and out. It ain't letting me bring you in. But
I know, I saw that. I don't know what it's doing with Becca's connection. I keep seeing that. But what's up, Beck? Thanks for trying to join. Shit.
Okay, when it let me let you back in, then I'll let you in. We had been separated for a few months because she wanted to be with him. They were together for a year and oh shoot, all right. They were together for a year and a half. So mind you, husband and wife been separated for a few months, but the wife had been with him for a year and a half. That math ain't mathing. So obviously she was
He was
creeping
getting her
for
cheat on.
quite some time before
He was
they
creeping.
had.
Yeah, yeah. So keep it on the down low. 'Cause nobody has to know. So go ahead, Q.
She told me they were genuinely in love. The divorce was not finalized, so legally I own her body. I decided where she is buried and who gets to stand there. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Y'all feel free to stop me anytime because I'm gonna read some, but that's a thought in itself right there. Like,
You would have to read the whole entire thing. I really do, because you got to see where this man's whole train of thought started and ended to see the bigger picture for what it is, in my opinion.
I'll try. Let's see. Okay. I decided where she is buried and who gets to stand there. We have 2 teenagers. They are a mess. I am a mess too. At one point, I was so angry. Now she is gone. The affair partner reached out on social media. He asked about the funeral. He said he needed to say goodbye. This is easy for me. I can tell you right now. Sir, are you paying for this funeral?
Just wait.
You pay for the funeral, then you can get some safe. Okay, good.
Valid.
All right, listen. He asked about the funeral. He said he needed to say goodbye. So much here. He said he loved her. I told him to fuck off. I told him he lost his right to grieve when he decided to sleep with another man's wife. Oh man, get over it. Shut up. That was me talking. I told him if he showed his face, I would have security throw him out. You sound like a scorned man. This is ridiculous. I told him the only reason he is not in the ground beside her is because I have kids to raise. Shut up. You're getting on my nerve. He messaged back begging. He said he was there for her when I failed. I read it, laughed, and sent it to my whole family so they could see what a snake he is. Then I blocked him. I am paying for every part of this funeral. The casket, the church, the obituary. I am using every bit of legal power to erase him from her death the way I wish I had erased him from her life. My kids asked if my mom's other friend would be there. I told them no. I told them mom made her choice and she does not get to have 2 families mourn her. That ain't a family, that's just a boyfriend. Part of me wants him to hurt, obviously.
Clearly.
Part of me wants him to sit in the parking lot knowing he is not welcome, and I want him to feel what I felt. Am I wrong? You're not wrong. You just sound like a baby. Golly, shut up.
Oh my God.
I don't suffer babies. When it come to me, and I don't suffer you acting like a little baby. I just, I don't. Yeah.
He's not acting like a baby.
He absolutely acting like a little baby.
He is not acting like a baby.
I feel like my question would be is how long were they separated? Because unfortunately, a lot of people do
a few
separate.
months.
Only 3 months.
No, like a year. She was a dude.
No.
They separated for a few months, but she had been with the dude for a year and a half.
Oh, okay. They didn't have the affair, but they've been only.
You hear what I was saying, Nikki?
Okay.
That's what I was
That's
like.
why he mad because she was cheating and she ain't really leaving for
brand
real
new.
until a few months ago. That's still
So
fresh.
he said we had been separated for a few months because she wanted to be with him. They were together for a year and a half.
Like it would be different. Like if he had been hanging on to this for a year and a half, y'all been separated. She been like, bro, no, she moved on. It sounds like to me, he didn't even see this coming.
He probably was
like
hoping that things would go back to normal eventually, but she ended up passing away because it had only been a few months. And I feel like a lot of times the person that gets left, they be holding on to like, oh, well, maybe it won't work out with them and you'll come back to me. And so I think
Right.
it's still
Which is
fresh, to be
terrible.
completely honest,
Why
to
would you want to
him,
be
and that's why
willful
he feels
seconds
that
though?
way.
Ain't that crazy? You want to
Willful
be
what?
with the person who only is coming back to you because the relationship that they wanted to work didn't work out. Like,
But honestly, we all know people that are like that, though. That doesn't mean that you personally will deal with it, but we all know in real life some people that are like that. That, oh, they know where home is type people.
yeah, no, it's crazy. I think
Not mad at the I'm
I
not
think
mad at the you know
low.
where home is people. I'm not mad at them. I actually kind of think in some strange way that those people are actually pretty confident. Because you could be like, oh yeah, you did this, but you know what it is though. You have to come back home. You know what time it is. Okay, you did that, whatever. But
Maybe
I want to be with you. You want to be with me. Let's get on past that because you know we're home. Like, I kind of respect people that can
there's
do
a.
that.
I
I can't.
agree, Denise, but there's a timeline on that, and a year and a half is past that timeline.
But we don't, this is the thing. We don't know how long he knew about the other dude. We just know that they've been separated for 3 months. We
Right.
don't know that he could have found out after, like, she's like, well, I don't want to be with you anymore. I
Right.
found somebody else. And he's like, wait, what?
Right.
I've been with him for a year and a half. Wait, excuse me, what? Like, all this could be very new to him. He may not know that this woman has been with someone else for a year and a half. This is probably all new information to this man, which would make sense why his
Agree.
reaction would be like this, even if
And
it's not new information.
it's different with things can be different with a spouse. I do believe that you bring a longer leash when it's somebody that you're married to.
That you have a
or you
family with.
right, you have the ability to have a longer leash. Now, for people who say no, I'm out, I get that too. But if someone wants to hold out in order for future reconciliation, then I also understand that. I get it. I ain't tripping off of that.
Right.
But just don't whine in the process. Don't whine in the process.
But is it whining?
He is whining. He whining.
I don't know, man. Think about it like this. 3 months he could have had with her. It could be how he could be looking at this. Granted, she didn't want to be with him. But it's like you're having to lay someone to rest that you didn't get
So
to say goodbye to, that you didn't get to spend time with, that you weren't making love to, that you weren't kissing, that you weren't holding, and you were in the process of kind of grieving that, and in that they die.
so I'm not saying his final stance is immature, acting like a baby. I'm just saying the way that he's interacting with the boyfriend is being a baby. So what I'm saying is, when can I come to the future? No, that's not gonna happen. She gonna be in the dirt. She gonna be in such and such cemetery. You welcome to visit her after our ceremony is over with.
Yeah.
You can, and I learned some of this from conversation me and Nikki had years back. the one that got re-recorded. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you can have your own time. Do your own memorial service.
Right.
Do whatever you want to.
Right.
You just ain't coming to ours. That's all. But what I'm saying is there's still a manly way to go about handling somebody like that. And you all that, I wish you was like the stuff that he was saying. I'm like, shut up.
But also Buddy coming in being like, I was there for her when you were. Huh?
Again.
Hold on. You asking me to come to the feud that I paid for? And you telling me how much you was there?
So,
Denise, well, let me tell you where you're not gonna be. Since you were so there, you're not gonna be here.
But Denise, my whole thing is, why are you wasting your time talking to this dude anyway?
Because he's a petty thug. And that wasn't clear.
That's my point. Why are you wasting your time being petty?
He want to get some information. He wants to know some stuff, and he wants to have the upper hand. He definitely wants to have the upper hand, and he wants to hurt dude if he can. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why it's weird that he's still talking to this dude. Having my conversation be like, no, that's gonna be a no, and I definitely recommend you wouldn't show up because it's gonna be a lot of people that's not as nice as I am that's gonna be there, and it'll turn real bad. No, you can't come, and that's it. I'm getting off the phone with you.
He can't really ask that. If he wants to have something of his own to kind of mourn her, and he want to print out his big picture and like have his own little thing for that, That would be more respectful because you got to understand this lady's kids that she has with her legal husband is going to be there. And I understand you may have feelings involved because y'all may have been dealing for a year. But like at the end of the day, you can't intrude on
But
her
he said
family
so they
stuff.
teenage kids, Bianca, and he said the kids wanted the boyfriend to be able to come.
Yeah, so the kids fucking knew, so he had to know too. And I mean, in 3 oh,
Which by the way, is kind of trifling. I'm
Oh
sorry,
yeah,
God
absolutely.
all the
rest
way,
the
like,
dead.
all the way.
Them kids didn't know him for no 3 months.
That's what I'm saying.
Them kids,
That's what
they've
I
been knowing him for longer than 3
what I
months.
said. Them kids been knowing him. This ain't no new thing. They knew. They asked about him.
The man probably Uncle Bob to them kids.
She probably died trying to text a nigga while she was driving.
I fucked up too.
The thing is that I wonder if the kids knew and they didn't feel no type of way like about the dad being done crazy. What was y'all's dynamic? Because normally kids are, oh, I want my parents to stay together. So were you as good to the mom as you're portraying, or are you just mad because y'all have time in too? Was it a toxic ass situation? And
Seriously embarrassed the fuck out of him. She embarrassed.
A lot of times, though,
she embarrassed the family. So he's being vindictive because he's hurt.
That's true. But the answer
which
you,
is
Bianca,
valid too,
a lot of
you
times
can't
when
tell
kids are
somebody when it's
teenagers, they just don't care as much. Teenagers, they might care, but sometimes they just don't care as much. And especially if there's
I feel
a
like when
pattern
they
of
have
other
a good parent, though, they still like they may not say nothing, but they're gonna feel some type of way. They wouldn't ask for the other person to be there though.
That's
If
a
it
good
was
point.
us like
He
two
might have
solid
been. He
parents,
might
that's
have been a
my
better.
feelings on it.
He could have been a better parent.
He probably
than
was raggedy to either the kids or the mom. If the kids are like, "No, I want the boyfriend there," because although they may not told on mom, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, I won't do there."
That's
If
true.
it was like a proper situation, because they would be angry to some extent and been like, "Nah, I want my family to be together." Because even teenage kids, if it's a healthy dynamic, they ideally want their parents to be together.
I will say this though, Bianca. I agree to an extent, but there is a nasty game that parents like to play where they like to tell they portion of the business to make the other parent look bad.
That is true,
And
because people
pick
only
a
be liking to
side.
tell, yeah.
Right. And everyone make them pick a side. And then the other parent still, they're, no matter how upset they are, they're not going to put their kids in the middle of that. Because if they even told a fourth of what they know, it would be really bad news for them kids. And I
That's
do
true,
see
because the whole
parents play that
situation is
game.
messy that the kids even knew about it. Like, that's really raggedy shit.
Oh, it's
Like, you can't be
absolutely
doing stuff
messy.
like that.
That's
Very
definitely
raggedy.
messy. Let
And
me tell
how
you
else do
something
you
about
get that
kids
off
too.
unless you demonize the dad? And he might be a piece of shit. Sure. But like, he might just be a strict dad. He might
And
just
you
have
don't
a
need to
certain
be
kind of
trauma dumping
program
on
that
your
he's
kids
running.
either. So, like, yeah, it's all just raggedy and messy.
But let me tell you about kids, teenagers too, especially if they know that y'all don't get along together, y'all ain't good. And then this is the benefit with teenagers. They know a family divided helps them get away with more stuff, and they end up getting more stuff. And they like
This is true.
teenagers, they be like, oh well, yeah, it's better because now I'm in between homes, and then now there's not as much attention is being paid to me. A lot of times parents try to buy their kids love and loyalty because they feel guilty about the breakup of the relationship. So then the kids end up just getting what they asked for more often. Kids,
and the new boyfriend and the new girlfriend want to be liked.
Yeah.
So they buying them whatever, doing whatever.
And them kids will lean into it. They're like, oh, yeah, it's Christmas every day for us now.
Get the representative. Shit.
And then they get to bounce between houses too when you add that dynamic too, because I'm mad at mom, I'm going to dad's house. I'm mad at dad, I'm going to mom's house. So it kind of just creates a nasty situation in general.
Yep.
Okay, so bottom line, who's the wrongest in this situation? Clearly the woman is, but she gone now, so we ain't gonna harp on that. But
it's mom,
boyfriend,
and I feel like it's
husband.
a boyfriend is just very audacious because you shouldn't even ask nothing like that. To be completely honest, that's just like the person that like be with these men for all these years and be like, oh, it's just a piece of paper and he really loves me, but he's married to her. At the end of the day, if you're not married on paper, it really don't mean shit. It don't matter. If there's still ties to that person, you don't got no say so, and everybody says that. And that's why people be trying to tell these younger girls that don't fucking get it, like, yo, it don't matter. This man can finance your whole life. And at the end of the day, if he dropped dead today and he has a fucking wife, she's walking away with everything. And you're still now having to figure out how to keep up the same lifestyle, even if he was paying for it at first, because on paper, you don't have nothing that's gonna help you. Like, he can have a whole estate. You not getting shit.
Zero.
And it's like the same thing with this funeral. It don't matter. It's a legal document. And if y'all loved each other that much, y'all would have made sure that the divorce and everything was going on. In most states, if it's non-contestant, it only takes about like 30 to 60 days. Like, you really don't have you ain't got no reason.
Let me give you quick before we jump off of this. Let me give you a quick man perspective though. It sounds like the husband is a simp. So let me go simple here. The boyfriend, if the husband was a real man, for real, that boyfriend wouldn't have had the balls to even call him and ask that. He wouldn't have had the balls to come around and like kind of parade himself and even be in the vicinity of them, knowing that you messing with somebody's whole husband. And see, even though like I'm not a jealous person, and okay, my wife gonna do what she do, that could be one thing, but that don't excuse you from getting a beat down from me for disrespecting. You still might catch a beat down.
Respect for sure.
Just off of principle. Like, all right, well, okay, you say you love her, but who you thought I was? You thought you just gonna roll up and do whatever you want to and ain't no consequences? So the husband seems like a simp to me. Especially because the guy had the audacity to call him up and ask him that, and then make a little petty comment on top of that.
Right. You got the neck sideways.
You only do that to somebody you don't respect and you think that they weak.
That's
so he probably weak. He probably weak.
Once again, that dynamic was made because of the woman, though, and I guess she's not there to be held accountable.
Yeah, that's
but when the woman don't respect the man, then the kids don't respect the man, and anybody else that she deal with don't respect them. If she don't respect you, you're not getting respect from nobody that's around her.
But you was right up until that point, Bianca. She don't have to respect them. The kids don't have to respect them. But if a man truly act like a man, that other man ain't gonna cross that line. The boyfriend ain't gonna cross that line. So the wife, like whatever. So for instance, I'm divorced. My ex-wife, she might talk crazy about me to her boyfriend. She might talk crazy to my kids. My kids don't talk crazy to me. And when I see her boyfriend, he ain't nothing but respectful. And I ain't nothing but respectful. Because I ain't nothing to be played with.
Right.
And I always expect respect because I give respect. So it's like, yeah, it ain't. People only try stuff with people that they really think they can get away with it on.
Interesting. I see we got Smack on. I can't wait. Smack, did you hear the scenario?
No, Smack gonna wait till 9:15 till we about to get off, and then he gonna jump in and start saying.
If the nigga would have reached out to me about it, I would have said, "Well, hell yeah, nigga, help me pay for this shit."
That's what I said. That's what I said. Exactly. 100%. We in line on that one. 100.
You know what?
I would have gave him a rundown of the bills. I'm like, okay, here, shoot me a check for this amount, then you can run this. You can run it.
That's how you know he was operating out of feelings. He was operating out of a hurt space. He was operating on trying to be vindictive, right? He was, she fucked up big time.
I'm gonna say this though. No matter how big of a heart you have and how big of a person you are, man, you can't trust people at funerals. Y'all see when the girl got on the casket, the mistress got and laid on the casket and got to carry it on. Family had to drag her ass off again. You cannot trust grieving people at no damn funeral.
That is correct.
Y'all beat it. Oh, I'm gonna have a nice heart. I'm gonna have an open heart and invite him there, and then he gets a clowning at the funeral.
Right, acting a fool.
Trying to jump in the casket.
Get on the mic. Anybody got some part word, then he jump up on the mic. Like, get your ass up off this one.
Y'all trying to be too much of the bigger person. Y'all know good and damn well that ain't safe. That ain't no good idea. Don't let the family members be there. You know, family don't know how to act either. So they're gonna be like, why he here?
Right.
They gonna start cutting up. You can't. It's not a safe situation.
But why is he paying for the funeral? Why the husband paying for the funeral though?
That's what I'm asking.
Because he's paying for the funeral more than likely because somebody probably has life insurance.
Yeah, that's her husband.
And so
kids.
Yeah, so rightfully it's going to go to him. The money will be used for that. And he's going to put her to rest because at the end of the day, she deserves to be put to rest. The kids now one thing. What?
At the end of the day, he married her. So
they have kids. They have kids. They have kids. They have kids.
He married her. So he loved her even if the shit with the shit. At the end of the day, she's gone. So all those memories come back. He ain't thinking about all that.
I'm budgeting that out. You are not getting no pretty casket. You are getting the straight pine box. I ain't going no elaborate church. We want to the funeral home so they can drive you straight there.
Hell yeah.
No.
She don't get the bare minimum.
I ain't getting the what they call them, the long hearses. I'm getting a Dodge Magnum, and we're gonna roll you in the back of the Dodge Magnum.
They got kids, right?
They got 2 sons, 2 teenage kids.
Yeah.
So he had to do that. I mean, for his kids. I mean, that's still their money.
Yeah.
Man, that whole funeral would have been $3,500. Got me some flowers from HEB. Threw them up on there.
It really be like that. People be acting crazy at funerals. I done already told my friends who not to let in, who not to let climb on my casket and do all that. Like, there's strict instructions already. Don't let nobody be climbing up there acting foolish.
People like to do the fool at the funeral. Y'all know y'all done seen some of the craziest shit at funerals. Y'all know y'all done seen some of the wildest behavior at funerals. Y'all know that.
Yeah, I only seen it on YouTube. We don't play that.
I seen it at my pre-funeral.
At who?
I saw it at my pre-funeral when niggas thought I was about to die. They started, oh, not my dog.
Not your pre-funeral.
She said pre-funeral.
Man, if you make it out of this thing, I'm gonna take you out to dinner, man. I ain't seen none of that since.
Dude, that's funny. Yeah, we thought Smack was almost out of there, bro.
Bro, that was
shit. He did too. He just knew he was.
Yeah, he was. And that was Smack was making his final letters. I'm at peace with this. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was on my way out of here.
That nigga saying his low-key goodbyes right now. I'm like, damn.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this today. Literally, I know that's what the fuck I said. We're not doing this today. No, we're not.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what we was saying. Niggas was all talking about what they was gonna do for me and give me my flowers and take me out to lunch, to dinner. I ain't seen not damn one of them niggas.
That's funny. That's funny.
And when them niggas see me, and I saw them looking at my stories every day, checking in to see if I had checked out this bitch.
God damn.
The worst niggas out there going, no, my dog, man, take me. No, my dog, man. Man, he was the greatest. You know, I used to write all his songs. You know, I used to write all his shit.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Claim all kind of shit.
He taking it too far now.
Yeah, he said I could have his turntables.
he said
I could have all his studio equipment.
Who get them turntables? Who get that studio equipment?
Hey.
Oh my god. This is not funny, but it's hilarious.
No, that's funny.
No, because Mac was trying to act like he was kicking the bucket on us. I did not appreciate that he started doing them goodbye threads and shit.
Nigga, y'all saw me looking like Mr. Snuffleupagus, nigga.
Right.
For the listeners that don't have a backstory, during the pandemic, Smack got COVID, I think, right? It was COVID. It was an extreme version of COVID, and he almost kicked the bucket. And Freethinkers, we was believing the best. So we was on our positivity. We was like, nah, we ain't accepting that. This what it is. Look, You coming home, this is what's gonna be. You gotta visualize that shit. We was on that. That's what we was on. So if you ever think you finna kick the bucket, call us. All the type of shit we gonna be on.
We pull up.
But no, change my little pee bottle.
Who changed your pee bottle?
My little pee bottle was just filling up.
So anyway,
COVID.
for those at home, and so during that time period, people was being very strange, and you see some weird stuff come out of people when they think people gonna die, and so that's what he's talking about. But nonetheless, back to the subject matter at hand. Did we do it with this? But we didn't ask. What would you actually do in a scenario? That is the question we haven't asked yet.
Okay, so that's bottom line. Q, on a row. Q, what do you do? What do you do?
Bottom line, this is your option. If you're going to pay for this funeral, then you get say so. You don't pay, you don't have no say so, and you're not welcome to come. Plain and simple. That's pretty much it. And that's the last conversation we had. If you being pleasant, if you call me back again, I'm not gonna be as pleasant.
Right.
Denise?
Oh my God. You know, I told y'all before, I know somebody in a kind of similar situation. I'll just say it, my grandma. I told y'all when my grandpa was dying, his mistress would come to the hospital. And my grandma just straight up had a conversation with her and was like, listen, he wasn't leaving my grandma for this lady. He was still with my grandma. He was an old school. Yeah. He wasn't leaving his wife. And he was loving both the people. That's just who he was.
And that was
stay in your place. Stay in the side.
Yeah. And so, but what my grandma did was she said, listen, we can't both be up here at the same time. Now, mind you, my grandma, an older lady at this point. But by older, I don't know. She might be in her 50s. So looking back, that ain't that old.
Right.
And she was like, we can't both be up here at the same time. So these are the days that I'm going to come, and these are the days that you're going to come. So, I mean, yeah. And I was like, yeah, it was when she told me that story, and it was just like, I don't know. It just made me look at life a little bit differently. Like, dang, like, could I ever be in that situation where I could be mature enough to like let a person be able to say goodbye to somebody? I don't know. But at the same time, I think it depends on the other person's approach. You know, you down bad, but they were also down bad. The person I made the commitment to. It really depends on what your approach is. And I think if you come humbly and you come like a person that's just like, I am so sorry, like I see it on you that you really like struggling and you really going through it and you really need, and I can feel like this person might do the right thing. I might be able to do it, but I also don't know how it would feel to feel betrayal and then look at this person that feels betrayal and then try to have some sort of like empathy for this person while I'm clearly going through my own grief and then having to do the footwork, which you don't have to do because you're the side. You don't have to plan. You don't have to call insurance companies. You don't have to create an obituary. You don't have to do nothing but show up.
Looking cute. Yeah, looking cute in your little...
So I honestly don't know. I don't know. That's heartbreaking. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. So Denise, I do got a follow-up question about that, but I'm gonna wait till I get through everybody. Okay. Nikki, what would be your final response on that?
I'm glad, Denise. I'm glad that you said. Who's hailing? Is that you, Q? It's loud.
No, it's me. I'm
you're driving? Okay.
Yeah, get home.
It's horrible. Be careful while you're up there fucking driving.
I had to pull over. It's going down, right?
You can. I mean, it's just clapping all around the house. It's loud.
It's literally going down.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said what you said, Denise. Because. For me, that's the first place I go in the situation, right? There are children involved, and because kids were mentioned in the story, and because the kids asked if this man is going to be present, then that tells you that there's obviously a relationship of some sort with these children and this man. Whatever it was that she was doing was not completely secret to the family. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, she had kids for some fucking reason. And I would have to talk to them first, straight up. And if my kids were like, we would like him to be there, or I have to set me aside. On that particular post, I commented and I said, I'm sorry, but fuck your feelings. Your feelings right now, unfortunately, don't matter. How you feel and what you're going to do is not going to change the fact that your wife embarrassed the fuck out of you and she left you. And making this man pay is not going to change the fact that, shit, whatever reason she left you. Like, you have children and they've expressed this person's, interest being at this funeral. Whatever my kids say is what we're going to do. If they say yes, then we're going to fucking make it work. Say no, then you can kick rock.
Damn.
Is Nikki frozen for anybody else?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
Okay,
You're back.
You froze up for a second. All right, hurry up for you.
I don't know what you heard. I don't know.
We heard most of it.
You said whatever your kids say. Whatever your kids say, go.
Whatever the kids say, we'll make it work.
So you're saying, hold on. So you're saying if the kids want them to be there, then you'll allow them to be there.
I'll figure it out. I'll make it work just for them. Fuck me. It's not about me no more. It's about them. I gotta do this right by them. Right? I can fuck up and show them how to be petty and stupid and immature and irrational and emotional and fucking retarded. Or I can show them fuck people do fuck shit, but I'm in control of how I handle my business. And if my children express to me that they need something, I'm gonna fucking tend to it. I gotta put me to the side. He's gonna have to deal with his emotions, however he's gonna have to deal with them, but he has to be a bigger person for them kids. She didn't keep it a secret, so unfortunately he's gotta be a bigger fucking person.
See, you almost leaned into where I was a few years ago. You kind of closer on my side.
Sucks, right? It sucks, but I would hope that my kids eventually remember that lesson. Like, damn, my mama was a bigger person. My daddy was a bigger person. Like, this some super duper hoe shit, but this how they handled it. Like, I respect that. What kid's not going to respect that when it's all said and done?
Okay, good stuff. Bianca, at the end of the day, how would you handle the situation?
Give me a high five. Tricky situation, because like you do want to do what you need to do for the kids. However, if you're grieving, I can't really necessarily say. I'm not gonna hold you. But I do feel like if I were to be like, I don't feel like I would hold them to where you cannot say goodbye. However, it may have to be done in a more respectful way so that you are not intruding on the family dynamic. Because if everybody can't say goodbye to, the wife or whatever, because everybody is wondering like, who the fuck is this person? And it's kind of causing a commotion because now everybody whispering, questioning everything. It may have to be that maybe you come before everybody else comes to say their goodbyes, do the viewing and everything else, so that you still have your moment. And if the kids need that moment with you, y'all can have that moment prior to the rest of the family and everybody else coming. So it's still respectful on my end, but you can say your goodbye. Because, like I said, I don't know the whole dynamic and how everything went. But if the kids need that moment with you and y'all have clearly had a lot of interaction and y'all have that relationship there and they need to be able to say goodbye to their mom and they want you there for that, sure. But you still cannot sit in there with all the family and then you cause a commotion and you disrupt, like, who's to say that lady's mom and dad and, siblings and everything else. And I cannot, although I can't hold my emotions above yours, I also can't hold your emotions above everybody else that is coming to say goodbye to that person. So it can still be done in a way that everybody is still given a mutual respect to where you can still say goodbye. The kids can get what they need. They can have that moment from you. But when it comes time to say goodbye, that is for family. And because y'all did not go about it the right way, you cannot trample on everybody else just to make yourself feel good and to ease whatever you're going through, because that's not fair for you to ask of me either, because it's already audacious for you to ask to even be there and to come at me like that. So count your wins. You can come prior to everybody else being there, but you also are not going to turn this whole shit into a circus.
That's
so
fair.
What
that's
you
really
said,
fair.
It just made me think of a couple different variables. Number one, are you still in love with this person?
I feel like he gotta be. When you're not,
no, I'm saying anybody. It don't even have to be them directly though. I'm just
he's clearly still in love with them. Because when you're not in love with somebody, because that's why you can kind of see where somebody is and how you can kind of gauge when disconnecting with somebody. In a lot of cases, when you leave peacefully and like the shit ends, it fizzles out and it's done. it don't be so much animosity. When there's a lot of animosity and there's such a high level of anger, a lot of time it's because there was a lot of love still
That
there.
is true.
Even if it was one-sided, there was a lot of love still there. And it's just like, how dare you hurt me like that? And that's why I'm so angry, because I
Right.
loved you and then you hurt me like that. And I didn't expect this to
And
come
I
from
think
you.
that makes a difference. That makes a difference if
Yeah.
you're still in love with somebody and I'm still trying to recover and heal from this
Mhm.
thing that happened to me a few months
That's what
ago.
it sounds
Then
like, though. If
I
you
don't
listen to
need
what
to
he's
do
actually
this,
discussing
and this
when
ain't the
he's
time.
talking about it, a lot of it has a lot less to do with the actual like funeral and a lot more with like, oh, you can't dare do this and you can't dare do that, and she was my wife and she's mine. He still has a possessiveness about her because he still felt like probably that things would mend
That's
at
what it
some
sounds
point.
like. That's what it sounds like. And I
Yeah.
ain't talking about I ain't talking about him specifically. I'm just talking about anybody who was in a
But in
situation.
general, though, that's how it's handled. Though, when the person is still like looking at the person, even that they're disconnected from, like, oh, that's still mine, that's still me. You still care about that person, because when you don't care about them like that, even if it's just like in a
Right. That's what
possessive
I'm saying.
fucking way, like
That
you
variable
have
plays a
something,
difference.
yeah.
So the
And think
other
of it
part,
like
the
this
other
too.
variable
They
as
got
well.
teenage kids. That's a long time they've been together.
Then there's so many. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So the other variable that I was gonna say too is, does the family, the parents, the siblings, did they already know that the daughter, the sister, the deceased was with this person?
Man,
I
if
think
His
they
family
probably
knew for
did, but the
sure.
fact that the
But
family didn't
I'm saying
ask
that makes a
about it
difference though.
him,
and it wasn't mentioned by the
Oh
family,
shoot.
like, hey, this person
Dang it.
should be allowed here,
Gotta go get my battery.
then I think that, the family probably didn't. They may have known, they may have not known, but they also understood that there was a level of respect in the order that things should have been done in. And that's why they did not mention it and didn't say it.
Right. So
The
I'm
only
speaking
person
in
that didn't
generalities
understand
though.
that was the person that was, doing whatever with the wife. So
Right.
that's
I'm
why
just
it's like,
speaking
yo,
in
you got to do it in the.
generalities though. If a family didn't know the dynamic of it, then it would kind of be inappropriate to introduce this new person at a funeral, and they ain't even know that these two people was together. Now, if they
Even
had
if they
already
did, I
knew
feel like
them
it's gonna be
and
whispers and
accepted
it's still
them,
gonna be a commotion. So it's just like there's a time and a place
maybe
for everything. Either way,
it
I
could
don't
be.
feel like it's appropriate. You
Well,
can
let
come at your
me.
own time, but not with everybody else.
Okay.
Truth be
Yeah. Well,
told,
that's good
though,
stuff. Go ahead.
truth
Go
be
ahead. Then I got to get the smack. Go ahead, Denise.
okay. Truth be told, y'all, like at a funeral, when it's yo people, like yo immediate, you don't remember nothing but the first two rows, you and yo people. That's only, you don't remember nobody else that was there. If there was some random person that came in the back, you didn't see them.
right?
You don't,
No, but if
you're
the
not,
wrong
your
person is
brain,
there, then you do remember.
You gonna see him?
I don't know. I
If
ain't
the
never,
wrong if somebody who ain't supposed to be there is there,
Right,
then you'll
right.
notice them.
You gonna catch
With
them?
the kids asking, they may have wanted the person to sit with them, and that creates a whole nother
oh, hell
problem.
no.
Okay, so all right,
Yeah.
time out. All right, smack. What final at the end of the day, how would you have handled this situation? Going once, going twice. I'll have to come back to smack. You gotta tell us about that
And we
later.
don't hear you if you talking.
Okay, so yeah. Oh, dang. What was I gonna say? The other thing, it was something else that I was gonna say based off what you said, Denise, but I can't remember. So I ain't gonna even worry about it because I
About
did.
becoming respectful. It was something about
No. Even before when you was first talking, I was a monkey wrench in there. I think I kind of talked about that though. If you are still in love with this person, then does that change how you would respond to this situation as a whole?
I think by default it's going to.
Right. I think so.
I think
for better or for worse.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, it's going to change how you respond to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My computer about to die. I got to get my charger. Somebody y'all want to go to the next story?
We can. I don't know how much we got left. It's storming like a mug here.
We got like 10 minutes. We got like good 10, 15 minutes. We can get into it, or we can just stay. We can stay right here, depending on what you want to do.
Well, Denise, you had some good ones.
Oh, I did? What? I can't remember what I threw in there.
I got to get my charger right now.
I sent them. They're in the phone. Got my phone on.
Hold on. Let me look. I'm gonna just look real quick.
Do you have some what would you do scenarios?
Oh, okay. I remember this one.
Okay.
So this woman, I'm gonna just break it down real quick for y'all. So there's this woman, she's been with this man for some time now. She's saying that they have a lot in common, but it's just gotten to the point in their relationship where it just feels more like a roommate situation. Like they're not really having any sex like that. Like, and she makes like $25,000 more than him. So they'll go on these vacations and she'll say, hey, like, can you afford to do this or not? And he won't tell her until the last minute when things are already booked. No, I think he owes her 25,000. That's what it is. He owes her.
You have to read it. Oh my God.
I have to read it?
You gotta read it.
I can't hear you.
You have to read it.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me read the scenario.
Let
me know if y'all can hear me. Let me see. Where did I send it? I'm coming, y'all. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I think this is one. Oh no, it's not this one. Hold on. Scroll it. Here it goes. Okay. All right. This is a Reddit question and goes, long-term relationship advice. Is it fixable or am I avoiding a hard decision? Hi, I'm 35-year-old female, almost 36, and have been with my partner for about 5 years. 6 if you include the messy COVID time. I'm at a point where I genuinely don't know if I'm being too demanding or if I'm staying in something that no longer aligns with what I want long term. What makes this difficult is that we actually do have a lot in common and are aligned on many of the big picture lifestyle things. Neither of us want kids. We don't want a traditional wedding. I've expressed that I'd love to be engaged because I think it's romantic. We want similar lifestyles and ways of living. We enjoy a lot of the same things. We live together well day to day. There's a genuine care and friendship between us. So this isn't a situation where we're constantly fighting or fundamentally incompatible people. At the same time, the relationship has slowly shifted into something that feels more like a roommate dynamic more than a romantic partnership. There's essentially no physical intimacy at this point. And emotionally, things often feel surface level rather than deeply connected. I think that stems from resentment on both sides, certainly on mine. We also have communication issues that we're actively trying to work on. We both have pretty textbook attachment patterns, him more avoidant, me more anxious. And I do think both of us are trying in our own ways. We're both in therapy and aware of what we need to do to improve. One of the biggest ongoing issues has been around money and effort. I earn significantly more and have gradually taken on more financial responsibility over time. He currently owes me a substantial amount of money, $25,000. And while there's a repayment plan, it hasn't been consistently followed. There have also been situations where he agreed to trips knowing he likely couldn't afford them. And I only found out after I had already booked and paid for things. For context, we had agreed that he would let me know in advance if he couldn't afford his share. He pays for his flight. We split food and drinks evenly unless it's an expensive dinner, which often I'll just pay for. And 30% of accommodations if I want something nicer, since I make more. And if he's in a tough spot, we talk it through and we decide together on a path forward. I think part of what I'm struggling with is that I feel a mismatch in drive/ambition and overall momentum in life. I'm very growth oriented, and sometimes it feels like I'm moving forward at a different pace than he is. He also has trouble in his capacity to show up for me emotionally and execute consistently in the ways I've communicated, make me feel valued and loved. What's hard is that there hasn't been some huge betrayal or catastrophic event. It's more like a slow erosion of romance, trust, and partnership over time. I genuinely can't tell if A, this is what long-term relationships realistically become and people work through it via couples therapy. B, I'm expecting too much. Or C, if I'm staying because starting over at almost 36 feels terrifying. Would really appreciate some perspective from people who've been through something similar, especially if you stayed and rebuilt things successfully, or left and were ultimately happier you did. Sorry for the long read and weird formatting on mobile, and thank you everyone who made it till the end.
Leave.
And
if you
thank
don't
you,
leave,
free thinkers, for making it to the end.
Right.
If you don't leave, then he needs to leave you. Just leave. Because
she
sounds more
miserable. She sounds miserable. She sounds miserable.
But
and
not just that
like,
too.
I don't mean miserable like he's making her miserable. I mean miserable like she has miserable energy to me. Like I don't know.
But you know what? Denise, Nikki, I think she likes this type of misery. I think she likes the type of misery where she's the big dog, and she doesn't seem like she's the type of person that wants to be give and take in a relationship, and she knows that she probably doesn't have to be since she's the primary breadwinner. And so this is one of the things. There's time. Look, I've been broke a long time in my life. There's been a small period of time where I was doing pretty well for myself. The times that I did or was doing well for myself, I didn't forget what the struggle looked like.
Right.
And I also didn't bring, whether it was in relationship or even it was in friends, I'm not going to drag them out in waters that I know is too deep for them. That's mean. That's mean.
Right.
And if you grew up and you came from an affluent, maybe you just don't know any better. But if you got it out the mud, then you know what the mud looked like, and you know what it looked like when somebody's still in the mud. Mm-hmm. So why are you kind of low key trying to show up or embarrass your partner because they can't do what you're doing? See, you talking about he said he could do it, and then I find out at the end that he don't have. You knew he didn't have it in the first place.
He owes you $25,000. What the fuck are you doing, first of all? And then secondly, I hate that. I really do. And this is why I don't have casual relationships. This is why I don't have relationships like just jumping from person to person. So I know this about me, right? I'm not one of those people like, no, our shit's fucking enmeshed. What do you mean you owe me? Like, what do you mean I didn't know until I booked the flight? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, but maybe that's how people do things. Maybe that's how people are so fucking divided and so separate and so protective and guarded of their assets and their space and their heart and their things that they have to put these barriers involved. But I don't do that. I'm not fucking. I've never fucking had a tally of how much money my man owed me.
I'm not gonna be in a relationship where I feel like I have to do that.
I'm not doing that. You know, Cheryl, who was it? Who the fuck was the comedian that just did she didn't just do it, but
Cheryl Underwood.
And she was like, I don't care if I make 3 times more than him. He's still the head of the fucking household. Like, I'm not doing that. You owe me $25,000. If you're that bum, that's my dumb ass for being with you. Like, no, go, leave, get the fuck on.
You know what I don't like? You know what I don't like, Nikki? To piggyback on what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Had we put this situation, it would have been flipped, and it would have been a man who makes significantly more than his partner, who wants to go on trips, and you know that that you make significantly more than this person.
Oh, I know what I say.
Shut
the F up. Shut up.
You take care of it. You take care of it. Don't go around. Oh, I make significantly more than him, and da da da.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. So then pay for it.
Right.
You wanna poke your chest out, but you don't want to pay. You don't want to take care of it. And then does he owe you $25,000 because you keep on wanting to do things that are outside of his budget? Is that what that's about? So he's owing you for like that trips and TVs that you want to buy for the house and furniture that you want to go half on, that he's like, I can't really, but I can't tell you no either because you make more and this is what you want to do and I don't want to stop you from doing it, but you don't want to woman up and just pay for his portion. You only want to do for you and not the whole. But if it was the other way around, you would want him to pay for everything.
But
what I'm hearing is it sounds like she wants to be with somebody that she can flex.
And some women do. Some women do.
And I know some women do, some women don't. But I'm getting the vibes that she's that type of person who wants to be with somebody that she can always be dangling some type of carrot over them. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Immediately.
Yeah. And so he feels kind of beholden to you. He doesn't want to say no. He doesn't want to say, I can't do it. I can't. Nobody wants to say, I start saying it. I'm trying to save money. I ain't going nowhere.
That's me. No.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to save money right now. I changed it up last year. Last year, I'm trying to save money. I used to come up with excuses because I used to be shamed because I couldn't do something. I'm trying to save money. Yeah. I'm trying to pay things off. I can't go. Sorry, I can't do it. I can't go. I won't be
man
there.
Or woman, you got to be secure in your manhood or womanhood to be like, yeah. Right now, me and you ain't in the same tax bracket, so I'm not. I'll be there one day, but I ain't there right now, and I ain't about to pretend like I'm trying to keep up with you.
Right, and I'm not gonna hate on you having fun.
Right,
I'm gonna be like, yo, send me the pictures, send me the videos. I know some people they balling. I'll be like, I wish I could come, and I'm not about to ask you to pay for me. I'm not gonna make you feel bad. I'm not gonna nothing. Keep on asking me. One day we'll get there, but today ain't the day. Have fun. You deserve it.
And for anybody, man or woman, where money is at the top of your priority list to where you counting money like that, I don't believe that a man or woman should be with someone that's not in a similar type of tax bracket as them.
There's a spider out here.
Been a while since I've been in Texas.
If a man talking about a woman's, I make way more than her, and then this is a problem for me, well, then stop being with her.
Exactly.
And if a woman doing the same thing, stop being with her. If you counting your dollars to that degree because you're making more than him or her, then don't.
This needs to be over. Yeah.
Leave.
No.
And not just the person that's making the money. If you're making less than another person, and that seems to be an issue for them all the time, and they seem to be holding it over your head, leave.
I'm this mug. Yeah, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good on that. Absolutely. But that brings to the point of, maybe the scenario that this guy is in, right? Maybe he can't go nowhere. He ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? So he's staying with the fucking lady.
Now you're bumming off of. Now he a bum, so stop bumming off.
But to your point, there are a lot of women who will be with a dude like that for the upper hand control or for the illusion of control because he can't do nothing without me. He can't go nowhere. He's gonna do X, Y, Z, and
it's a flex. They love to tell their friends. They love to tell their family and their mama, like, I gotta do this for him all the time. They like flexing, and it's a way that some people flex without saying I'm balling and I got it, but you describing your relationship and how this is not equal and I feel this, you low key just trying to flex for real, trying to tell everybody what you got.
And as a man, which I've never been and I'll never be, but as a man, I would never want to be that fucking whack that I can't get up out of no situation I'm in. Like, get the fuck out of here. As a woman with children who's been single for a very long time, I ain't never had a situation I'm not gonna be able to get up out of. It wasn't always pretty, but I got up out that bitch. But I'm never gonna be stuck the fuck somewhere because you holding over my roof and my fucking food. No, that's not gonna happen. So he should have been got up out that situation, but she probably makes it very easy, right?
It's classic manipulation too. It's like, I'm gonna make you owe me all this money. I'm gonna do this and that. It's just some sort of manipulation. And
there's a lot of, it goes both ways. There's a lot of men too who like being with women who don't have a lot so that they can hold it over their heads, and then it makes them look or feel bigger and those same men, if they come across a woman who has everything, I've seen this because I got a lot of women friends. There's a lot of men who, if they run across a woman and the woman doesn't need anything from them, then they get disinterested because it's like, I lead with my money.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't need my money, now my conversation weak, my affection, my romantic, being romantic, my sex game, everything else is weak. All I really got is money. And if you're not impressed by that, then I ain't really got much else to offer. And they don't want the people. They're going to find somebody who feels like they need them. They need to be needed.
That's right.
Or if they don't need them, just like you said, Q, are impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't need it, you just need somebody to be like, oh my God. And if you don't, that some people just can't handle it.
And then those are
Because
the kind
they
of
ain't got
people,
nothing going on.
those are the kind of people that after the relationship ends, take you to fucking court. And then they want to suck you in court for like years and try to get that money back. Like, get the fuck out of here. There's some shit you gotta charge of the game. You just do. So that whole dynamic, when I read that, Denise, I was like, I was gonna just do this to everything and be like, hell no. When she started off with the he owes me money, I was like, no. I'm not having a relationship like that. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
When I first read it, I was like, is he just comfortable in this and he's just taking advantage of it? But the more we started talking, I was like, hold on.
It's a couple things. It's a couple things.
And I was like,
okay, one possibility, he's a bum.
Right.
Another possibility is
if he was a bum, she would have said that. She would have said that. She would have said
not necessarily.
She just said I made more.
Not
they
necessarily.
Had a lot of great commonalities. So there was a part of them that they had a lot of things they could check off each other's list, right? So like this wasn't just I don't gather this was like just a bum ass situation. Like they had enough known about each other in those 5 years that she's like, we never fight, we have good conversations, we agree on a lot of things, So
right.
A lot of time was definitely
the other thing, if he's not a bum, which he could be a bum, but he might not be a bum, but he lacks dealing in reality when it comes to you shouldn't be or you shouldn't try to be with people who are too far above your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't like saying that.
I disagree.
No, if a man, especially if a man can't handle that, then you should not be with somebody that's above, especially. So if somebody say she likes to travel maybe she likes to go on 3 or 4. And listen, I actually dealt with this for the short period of time that I was single. I actually dated a few people and a couple of them were very well to do. And I was cool with them, but I'm like, yeah, we don't live the same life right now. I'm in struggle mode right now. And you go on vacation every 3 months. Like I'm not trying to keep up with that. Not only am I trying to keep up with that, I wouldn't even be in a relationship with you. Like whether maybe I'll be there one day, but the timing is not right now. And I wouldn't number one, I wouldn't want you to feel guilty because I can't get out there with you. And number two, I don't want you to I don't want to be trying to keep up with you and ultimately put myself in a deeper hole than where I was. What you gonna say, Denise?
No, I don't think that people who are in different classes.
Put yourself in man skin on this one, Denise.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I don't think people who are in two different classes can't be together. I think there has to be an understanding. Just like people in two different classes can be friends, but it's like you cannot be like blind to the fact that a person who makes a significant amount less than you, if you want to do certain things and you want to take them, then either you need to pay or you guys can find other things to do as friends or people in a relationship. But
I don't want you dumbing down your lifestyle in order to cater to mine.
Right.
Nor do I want you to pay for everything.
Lifestyle, or is it being accommodated?
If you say we going to Red Lobster because you know I can't afford it, then that's you dumbing down your lifestyle.
It's like
that's not your choice. And if I wasn't around, this is not where you would go. But since you are, it's one or two things. You're gonna dumb yourself down so that it can make me feel better, or you just gonna do what you do. And now I'm constantly trying to reach up to where you are, and I'm currently putting myself further in debt, trying to keep up with my partner. That it don't work.
Right. There has to be an understanding in that situation. One person,
and what I'm saying is,
with their position, and it has to be. Yeah.
So to go back to Nikki's favorite word, patriarchy. And I agree. So this is where patriarchy kicks in Because in a perfect world, then yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. But because of, and understand, just like racism, patriarchy is practiced by both parties. The only way patriarchy can work is that men and women both agree to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of time women have basic expectations based off of patriarchy, and men have expectations based off of patriarchy. So a man is sitting up there like, well, I got to do this and I got to be able to provide. That don't have to be the case. But people who deconstruct that mindset are able to thrive in it. Most people don't. And there's this expectation that a man is supposed to do this and a woman is supposed to do that. And both people who have that mindset is not going to work for a man who can't live up to those standards.
Right.
Q.
Yes.
So you're telling me that you could never be with someone that made significantly more than you?
No, I cannot.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I got a follow-up question. Let's say
money, even if you're making good money though, you know what I mean? But sorry, go ahead, Denise.
No.
So my question is, like, let's say you and your wife now, y'all been together, y'all got all this stuff going on, everything's established with you. She gets a new job and she makes a significant amount more, but y'all have already locked in with your situation. Your finances are combined. There's no.
What I don't mean.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that thing.
I'm not going to divorce her.
But you see what I'm saying? When you're really locked in with someone and you have something established with them, and they have something established with you, and your things are one, it's like easier. Like, I think when you first start dating someone, that's got to be hard, because it's like, do I pay for your vacation? I just met you. Do we do like, no, but like, if you have an established situation with someone, I think that could work.
No, but it's two things. If I'm already married, then now we locked in once we married. I'm not going to divorce.
Also, like, how you feel. Like, how would you feel in that scenario?
So go ahead, Nikki.
So then in that case, would you discourage her from taking a promotion?
Hell no. Not even a little bit. So, but this is the thing though. So let me back up a little bit. Before we both said I do, there's a complete and absolute understanding of what my expectations are as a man.
Right.
Because you start making more money, that's my expectations as a man and the leader of this house is not going to change.
Right.
Now, if you start making more money, significantly more money than me, and then all of a sudden now you feel that the dynamic of final say has changed because you are the primary breadwinner, we are going to have a problem then.
Right.
And it's nothing that I don't force compliance on anybody. And it's so weird for me to say that because, again, I keep using this term 2%. 98% of the stuff, the way that things operate in my house, she got it. She the one who dictates the size, when, what, how, where, and what's going to be done.
Right.
I just have final say. That's the way I operate in my house. I have final say. You can decide how everything goes, but the moment I say, no, we're not going to do that, we're going to do it like this, then that is what it's going to be. The moment we get to the place to where that's not what it is, well, no, I think my way is better. Well, if you think your way is better, you don't need me no more.
But that's not because of how much money you make. That's because that's what you established as a husband.
Correct. But what I'm saying is a lot of women who make more money feel that they should have a different say-so versus if they didn't make more. Again, that goes back to the whole patriarchy train I was talking about.
Is the say-so in regards to finances? Is the say-so like...
It's in regards to everything. If I'm the one responsible for the direction of our household and our family, I have to have final say-so. we can have a conversation.
Right.
You can agree, I can agree, and sometimes you can say something and I'll be like, you know what, you're right. Let's do it. Let's do it how you said. Or there's sometimes like, no, I ain't feeling that. We're gonna do it this way. Whatever my word is, got to be the last word in my relationship, my marriage, my household. It has to be. The moment that it's not, then you don't need me, and I'm looking like, why am I here?
Do you feel like